Yo, can y'all hear me now? Okay, I hope so. Let me get this right. Let me get a little comfortable here before I get started. Okay, you can see I made it home. I am Eric Griffin, president of the Black Panther Party. You know this original shit, that good shit. Welcome once again. It's 21 seconds into this video. I'm trying to relax, Up here in this Death Valley, it's kind of warm. So I've been outside taking care of little things, doing what I gotta do. Must say, people, we in, there's no need to even say we in bad shape. You can see it. There's no need for me to even express, how sad a situation we're in because, like you say, you hear it, you see it, and you know it. People are tired of hearing the same old, we got this problem, For the last 30 years that I can call, everybody's been asking for solutions. Everybody has been asking. It isn't what the problem is. It's the newer kind of people who are continuing the same struggle that don't know what the problem seems to be. I can't say they don't know. The younger generation, they have a clue. They're suspecting because, as you can see, our society is built on a lot of secrecy. It's built on a lot of levels. It's a lot of tiers of your, I would say, me personally, your spiritual plight in this society. That's the way the structure is built on. Your level of understanding, your level of what you know, your level of how you learn. So, ain't no debating the fact that the society that we live in today is fucked up beyond recognition. You know what I mean? And it's whenever you can just lie about something so simple as, hey, that's no longer peanut butter, that's a fucking banana, and people believe you, yeah, your society is fucking fucked up. So, okay. Enough said with that. Solutions, man. We've been dealing with same problems, same solutions has been there. It's the people. It's us, man. It's us. We're still trying to educate people who know what the problem is. We're still trying to connect with people to connect with us that are not like us, that don't give a fuck about us, that don't wanna. That's their whole trick, is to keep us spinning our wheels on this fucking repetitive circle of fucking, I need this dream, I need a job, it's just, it's no peace. There's no peace on earth. There's no peace in your city. There's no peace in your community. There's no peace within yourself. And that's in the masses. And common sense will tell you, how can you have peace when you're living in a society that murders people by the millions? You wake up and you read in the newspaper, well, there's been 22 bodies in Flint, Michigan, which is why the water is contaminated. You feel me? Do you really understand what I'm saying to you? You can wake up and know that, hey, my kid is going to a school to get educated on shit to kill them, disguised as something that's beneficial to them. Come on, man. Keep up with me. You know what I mean? So, now, and that's just one tier. That's just one thought of the problem, because you got preschool through fucking eternity of college. You know what I mean? So, and all this indoctrination is based on keeping certain people in certain positions. And we know this to be true because that's the way it is now. That's how we are living. Poor, as they say, is getting poor, and the rich is getting rich. But ask yourself, there's only supposed to be a 1% of rich people. There's approximately, well, I'm not going to even say approximately, we'll guess, I'm going to give it short, 4 billion people on the planet. I'll say that, 4 billion. 1% out of that 4 billion, man, come on. 1% out of that 4 billion are rich people. And out of that, rich people doesn't mean that they're powerful people. You see what I'm saying? You have your rich and powerful. You have people who are not rich, but they are powerful because they can write that pen. They can write that motherfucking piece of paper and say, yeah, we need this done. But now the system is being just where powerful people are rich in town too. Rich people are powerful, but yet we're still in a fucked up society for those 99% of people down there in those different levels who are being controlled by the 1% through structured, how can we say, systematically racism, how can we say, structure, I guess that would be it. You know, discipline of generation of systematic racism being taught, two sections, white section being taught how to continue to stay in control of what they have, stay in power, oppressing people. Now think about it. The powers to be are more likely European, of of non-melanin skin. So they are the minority. So ask yourself, how can the fucking minority rule the world? How? You have to be able to have a system set in place, designed for their people, generation after generation. You have to stay 20 or 30 years ahead of everybody else. It's common sense, man. You know, we say solutions, but if you don't know what the problem is, how you gonna know what the solution is? You know what I mean? If you don't know what the root of the problem is, because you can see problems coming back and forth, but if you don't know what the root is, the root of that problem is to cut it off, then you're just really spinning your wheel, which as black people is what you've done generation after generation due to, Willie Lynch doctrine. You know what I mean? It's all kind of the white supremacist doctrine, white supremacist culture, white supremacist European beliefs. Uh, they even had so much control on the black population that we still was fighting because we have a soul. We create things that they have to steal. You know what I'm saying? While we're being held hostage, while we're being enslaved, we are naturally soulful people creating things that they could never imagine to create while we are being oppressed. So that lets you know your soul. It's about your spirit, man. Where you at with your soul? Where's your mind at? You like they say, if you can change your thinking, the problem would change itself. So sometimes we have to reevaluate ourselves for the way we are thinking and work on that. My philosophy is you'll never change shit that's working, which is why white supremacy has never changed, which is why it only advances, which is really a change, but it's really a not because it still controls its system. It still controls its designed purpose. So, you know, with that being said, you we're in a tough situation, but we got a lot of people who are scared to death that are being oppressed generation after generation, and that's a part of that level. Depending on the level you on, is the harder the fight gonna be. If you are weak-minded, there's no need for white supremacists to put a foot on your neck because that's a part of their indoctrination by staying ahead of you for 20 years, and they'll make you do it yourself. You know, it's nothing better than being able to make your own enemy control themselves. So, and how do you do that? Generation after generation of teaching people their shit, their culture. Well, it's their culture once we make it and they steal it. But it's their shit. Now, until you either fight for your shit or you lay down. You only really got two options. You know what I mean? And each option out of those two options probably got 40 fucking million different programs to keep you down. You know? Or to advance you, but to sell your soul. Who you gonna step on? Who you gonna betray to get that power? You gonna sell your soul, father? Because it's so many tricks in this game. Y'all don't know. Y'all think y'all know. Y'all know enough to know that shit is fucked up because you're feeling it and you see it and your gut is telling you. But if you really get into it, you might fuck around and have a plane accident. You might fall out the sky. You might have a car accident fucking with these Europeans. You know what I mean? You might fuck around and catch cancer and die the next day. You, ruthless. This is generations and generations of what this country is about. This culture that they're stealing, they want to convert the black man into. Because if you know our culture, we the shit. Like I say, we create shit like out of nothing, out of thin air. We're survivors. We're travelers. You know what I mean? We're inventors. We're scientists, doctors. Before you look up the word university, you'll see the first university was deep in Africa, man. You know what I mean? So that comes from us. And generation after generation, we struggle. We struggle. They're murdering us. They're killing us out because they have to. If you look at the overall picture of what they want to do, supremacy, being a racist, a lot of people look at it as the negative way. But if you really look at the true definition of it, it's just you love your race. That's what makes you love your race. You know what I mean? You love your people. You love your that comes first. You know what I mean? Until the European has turned around and like they do everything. If you look back into history, we can go back into deep in Africa before, the colonization of Christianity and the white man come along, and you'll see that we had slavery, or forms of slavery, but it was never so brutal. It was never like the white man's slavery. You'd hold your next door neighbor until they paid off that dope that they may have stole, you know what I mean, for a week. And they would have a room. They would have a nice place. They was not being beat. They was not being hung from trees. You know what I mean? But then, we had civilizations before, even the Kemet, even before Egyptian, man. You know what I mean? We had agriculture. I've spoken on this before, so I'm really not trying to expound on that. If you really looked into some of my videos and studied what I do, and I just chop it up. I just talk to you from the soul. I let the soul speak, man, the truth. If you really want to know the truth, you got to listen to the truth. It's there. You know what I mean? It's there. What you want in life. Because being a black person, it's not going to be easy if you're talking about being right, helping your people. You got to sell your soul in America, man. Ain't no way around it. You got to sell your soul. Unless you with that function like we with. We with the revolution, baby. We with fuck you bitches. We gonna take y'all shit. We gonna use y'all shit to get our own shit. Do what we have to do to free ourselves from y'all shit, man. The worst thing you could ever do is want to be like your people who are murdering you. That's the worst. I look at them with disgust. I look at them with like, ugh. You know what I mean? But I've also learned throughout the times too, hate requires a lot of energy. It burns a lot of bridges that you could possibly use to turn into something else. And that's all your enemy does is hate. So that lets you know, gets a little deeper into their soul. It lets you know what they want, their agenda for you is. And if they take your soul, they want you to hate like them, to be miserable like them. And everybody tell you that old saying, misery loves company. That's where it comes from, man. That's where it comes from. So you fight that. I ain't saying love these motherfuckers, because I'm never finna love a nigga that's beating me up. Sorry. I don't know where you get that idea of love your enemy, but once again, that is y'all Christian belief in y'all faith, which has been bullshit from day one since they sold it to you guys from slavery. You know what I mean? And they're on from that point where it was at. But yes, no. You punch one of them in the eye, see what happened. Where did they Christian faith go out the door, player? You know what I'm saying? They go to war. They got nukes. They got jets dropping bombs on kids talking about love your enemy, though. So keep it real. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So solutions is if you're not talking about getting your own, that's bottom line. If you're not fighting to get away, separations, if you're not fighting to get what was yours and turning it into yours, because the shit is just, it's dirty, it's blood filled. You got ancestor filled blood all over this land. How do you get around that? I wouldn't want to live on a cemetery. I wouldn't want to live on a land that has been known for killing my ancestors and killing me today. I don't want to live with my enemy. So how do you deal with that? Solutions. That is a problem. Everybody, oh, it's unrealistic. No, it's never. Was it unrealistic when they took this shit? Nobody ever thought that was going to happen, did you? Did you see that coming? No. Okay. So you just don't want to fight. Those let you know the type of people you're dealing with. You plan, you working, and it's hard because you are 500, 400, you know what I mean, years behind. No matter how you look at it. Segregation ended in the 50s. 40s, okay, and then you had the problems after that until today still. So, you know what I mean? It's still effect. It's still a cause and effect from what has happened in history. So you can deny it all day you want to, but you're not gonna get over and lie and say there's no effect from what has happened in history and we still getting fucked up today. We got to try to kill everybody in here just to get away from you motherfucking evil genocidal maniacs who believe in nothing but stealing and going to war and lying. You know, equality and freedom is not hard. It's only hard for people who are corrupt. It's only hard for people who don't want to do the right thing, who don't give a fuck about their people. Well, their whole citizen. They're the one who integrated this shit. I would never integrate it with nobody but my people. Sorry, you know what I mean. You know, not saying we can't do your thing in business, you know, because it is a world, it's a free world. But no, I'm this. I'm me. You. I'm not gonna try to be you. You shouldn't try to be me. And stop trying to steal my shit before you get fucked up. And that's how it should have been. You know, you want to punch me in my idea and say no, love me because your Bible said so. No, your Bible finna get stuck up your ass and you probably gonna die. But besides the point, that's the shit we got going on right here today. You know, you can't sit back and just watch millions of black women be murdered and kidnapped and then say, oh, well, you know, hey, you know, this is America, or I don't want to hear no excuse. There should be no excuses, you know. And you'll never get no justice on stolen land, as they say. You'll never get justice from the people, your enemy. Come on, man. Your enemy is not going to give you power to beat them. I mean, have they done that yet? Over 400 years, 500, 600 years yet? I mean, how many more hundreds of years do you need to see that you have to fight for your own? Integration, everybody would tell you, integration would have been fine if it was equal, but it would have never been equal because it couldn't have been equal because your slave master has always had you as slaves from this part here. You know what I mean? We was here. I know the history. We was here before slavery, but from that point on, that's where we at. You know, descendants. Just no way to go around it too. You know, and we're not gonna play the game. Well, we need to trace see. Everything is done to prolong black people from getting justice. That is another tactic. That's a problem you have to deal with. And the solutions is no, we're not waiting for you. You have to learn to get up from the table where the love is not being served. You know what I mean? It's just bottom line. But we have this abuse. We love our abuser. It's like a rape victim loving their rapist. Come on, man. You know, you and everybody keeps saying, well, what are the steps? We got the steps, man. We got 66 ways different, man. Steps. Communication is always good with your people. You have to have a communication. But how you gonna communicate when your enemy controls everything? Your media, your radio, your cell phones, you know, your cell towers, your satellites, all your communications is ran by your enemy. So you gonna tell me you can do things, you know. I'm not gonna buy that, you know. Somebody who don't know no better is, but I'm not gonna buy that because if you are really out there with the function, it really doesn't matter the way they have their satellite systems and their spying program hooked up. You're not getting around them. Sorry. And if you know that, the only way you can fight that is fighting it head on, baby. You better get your gloves on and get your pistols, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You get your writers. They don't want to see you in court. Not us. Not my teams. Not my people. Not my squad. You know, pretty soon, nation, you're going to see me with my flags. A national flags, nigga. Who does that? Who do you know inspired that doesn't have a land, that's not a general, you know what I mean, in the country's military, that's not a politician in the country? Well, you know, we're doing it now. Who does that? Who does that? Yeah, y'all talk about it, but see, I try to reach out to everybody spitting that stuff, Black Power movement. I want my own Pan. What up? Holler at me. Let's do this. Let's get it together. No arrogance, no ego, because it's bigger than me. It's about my people. It's about my kids. It's about your kids. It's about my life, your life. Come on, man. You know, leaders make good leaders. You know, come on. You got to have that position skills, man. You got to be able to have that soul because this is not a game. Some people out here on the battlefield thinking this is a football game. This is lies, man. People are getting murdered by your government. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we have is self-defense. You know, in our favor is self-defense. Because we sure don't have the unity amongst the whole race, which we could. Because I don't mind beating up coons. I don't mind beating up sellouts. I don't mind having teams just annihilate them, get them out of here. You know what I mean? But it's not about the violence. I got a better way, and we're doing what we need to do without giving away positions and operations and what we're doing. But you see, that's another thing. I'm not no fool. I'm not no dummy. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. Never. I didn't, I mean, it's kind of hard when you're appointed to something. I didn't request. I was appointed. Nigga, you this. You can't turn shit down like that and you know you can do it too. I didn't mind because I don't like you motherfuckers, to be honest. You know what I mean? I like truth. I like being real. I don't like having to lie to motherfuckers. I don't like stealing. That's you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm not with. I believe in feeding people, helping people, clothing people, walking elderly women across the street. You know what I mean? Helping my seniors, helping those things that we have in our party. That's not just. It's just natural decency. It's what people do. But yeah, I also got big guns too. Big ones. I'm trying to get a nation where we got our own, just everything. Shit. Nukes, Navy, you know what I mean? All that. But it's power to the people. I can't move by myself. I can put the plans together. I can put all that together. But eventually, when you say power to the people, not person, people. You know what I mean? I can leave, but this is not my show. You know what I mean? It's not it's us. It's us. Lots of us. But me personally, I say I'm only dealing with 13% of the people that was in this land that got fucked over. Everybody else got their own country. Everybody else got their own government officials. They got their leaders. And they people support me around the world too. What up? Shout out to, Nigeria out there, you know what I mean? Cameroon, all I'm out there. The directors, you know what I mean? We're doing what I'm staying out the way. I try to let my people work, do what they got to do, give them that environment where, you in a leadership position and that's your job. That's what you do. You lead. You know what I mean? We got a chain of command, people. And that's why everybody like, oh, we're not organized, we don't know, but I like it that way. You don't need to know what we organize about if you ain't with it. You just need to see what we doing. And obviously you do because you're curious. What is this? I keep saying this nigga name everywhere. What is this? What is, you know what I mean? So you're still here. You ain't left yet. You're still inquiring about, So it be what it be. But anyway, back to the solutions here. You want to talk about unifying, unification. Unification comes with willingness. It comes with people who are willing to unify. It comes with people who are skilled at gathering, at putting things together, at structure, discipline. It comes with work. You just can't say this. That's why there is a chain of command. And it opens up the door for you to start and work your way up to give you that discipline to stay up with us because I move. These white folks ain't playing with us. These fuckers is not playing with you, obviously. Where y'all at? Where is y'all doing? Well, can you do this? If you ain't supporting or any fashion form, you shouldn't really be trying to make any demands. I'm very communicative. You can talk to me. You got the lines communications open all day long, everywhere. They up there. 24/7 you see me. You know what I mean? So, I'm doing my part as communicating with you as a leadership when I really don't have to. I could stay in the cut for years now. You know what I mean? And just do what I do and just put out the things we do. Boost, boom, boom. But those are not the time because I'm trying to come to you and show you what you guys are dealing with as far as our structure and our leadership. And as the head, you're going to see me out there on the front lines. You're going to see me. And these is my front lines right here because I've always been a paper pusher. I've always been the technical type. You know, you may see scribble scrabbling writings, but I'm going to continue to do that into your Department of Justice and your CIA and your Department of Defense. Submit that paperwork and tell you why I'm doing that. They say I couldn't beat them that way, so I beat them that way because here I am now. So if you want the evidence, FOIA request that from those branches, those departments, or whatever. Get the paperwork. We can go over it together, like I said, because you know they're going to lie because that's their job. That's what they do. Anything that's greater than them, which don't require much and not much, you know what I mean? It doesn't take much to be, but yeah, they're gonna lie on them. They're gonna discredit them. They're gonna even probably murder them. But I'm with everything. You know what I mean? Cause I'm the truth. I stay with that real shit. I can't live no other way. I would be dead right now. For real, for real. They working on it. Nigga done been dead so many times. Been assassinated, attempts, murder attempts on nigga life, and you know they ain't gonna always fail. One time they might succeed, but until then, I'm gonna keep on doing what I do all day long. You know, I don't have nothing else. But all power to the people. I am Eric Griffin, the president of the Black Panther Party. You know what I mean? This is just a lovely moment for me because we're succeeding. And I'm just on the street level. I'm not even professional level with you on this video. I'm on just a comfortable. I love y'all. I love this success because it means we get to get away from these motherfuckers that's killing us without dying as much. You know what I mean? Without all the bullshit. Because I refuse to further have black people bow down to these people of power. Because that's what they're making you do when you get out there. Ask me to change this law. Beg me to change this law. Beg me to indict them. Go march. You know what I mean? Begging me to do something to help you. No. That's the worst feeling in the world if you ever have any pride about yourself. If you're a man and a woman, that's the difference between people who have their own shit and people who are mentally slaved. They're just enslaved and slaves and low self-esteem, no pride, no dignity, no honor, no respect for themselves. I mean, if you don't respect yourself, how can you respect somebody else? You can lie to yourself. You can lie to, you know what I mean? You can lie to God, but it's going to show. The truth is there. The truth is there. It all depends on how bad a motherfucker want to know. Bottom line. But we going to get you there. You just stay in touch, stay in contact, because I'm going to keep pushing all that information. I'm trying to get busy where I can get back out here and get on this tour. I want to go to Africa and talk to some of them people, but I know the circumstances. We alone, people. But why I stay so confident and why I don't give up on this shit is because I know we don't need everybody. We don't need all of them. Don't want to anyway. We only got 13% of the population, and that's their statistics. I'm only going with, I'm fucking with the motherfuckers that like me and who gonna be supporting our flag, that Black Panther flag. You know, period. That's gonna be a nation, a political party within ourselves. We're gonna have people coming to us. That International African in Court, that's all me. We designed that. I designed that. My team, my people, my elders before me in the Panther Party, you know, they did their movement. Now we adding to that. All that's us. Who else can do a nation in here? Name one person out there, name one doctor, name one scientist who can build a nation from nothing in 2017. Nobody. You can see it all online. One cut, you can cut it off. You can call. They can cut that phone off too. But you know what? We still here because everybody know who everybody is almost now. They know what the head is. They know what the order is. They know what the agenda is. You say it's unorganized, but yeah, I like it that way because that means you don't know what the fuck we doing. So keep it unorganized in your eyes while we still grow and while we succeed. Because separations is our key. We want our own money that look like us. We need our own parts of this stolen land so we can clean it, so we can bless this shit, so our ancestors can be proud of us. Not a fucking shame, not a disgrace. You know what I mean? And this can be easily done because especially now in the way they're killing black people. Ain't no man in this world gonna let you just be out here killing his kids and killing the, you know what I mean, his people, and not willing to punch you back in your face. And you're seeing it. People are tired of your shit. America, white people, crackers, Klan, whatever. So you combat that. You make that the priority of America, combating racism, the corruption in America, setting these niggas free, basically, giving them their own land, those 40 acres and the mules you was talking about, that type of shit. But don't worry, we're gonna get up out of y'all money anyway, because I want to work on some shit where we got money that look like us, coins that got our leaders on them, dollar bills that got our leaders, faces on them. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to us, black. All power to the people. I love y'all, man.